into film. I'm back with part 2. What it do? Alright, so first and foremost, I want to give a shout out San Joaquin Valley Transparency, Direct D, Nate Skate 182, Jay Surreal, Rice Crispy. The whole following though, you feel me? Cause we just hit 10,000 and we still going up. Everybody that's dropping these compilation videos, y'all really, feel me? Y'all really adding to the, you feel me? So I appreciate y'all. But today I'm bringing y'all part 2. Hey, this is crazy. I told y'all this was gonna be crazy. This was really gonna shake some things up because the rise of the Moors, that whole channel been taken down. I don't know if that's because they was getting reported. I don't know if they did that themselves or what. But today we finna drop this part 2. So let's just get into it. We not even gonna waste no time.
Anti-government, our nation, which our flag is right here, has a treaty with your government. I would also like to reassure you that we were being extra careful as to not violate the federal laws of the United States. The federal laws of the United States specify that as long as we are not prohibited from bearing arms in the state that we are coming from, we have the right to peaceful journey through the states as long as we are not making any unnecessary stops. So, to ensure that we were not making any unnecessary stops, we have gas tanks full of fuel so that way we can pull over, fuel our vehicles without having to stop and alert or alarm the public. We did that. We attempted to do that. One of your officers, after we were already pulled over, turned on his lights. I then instructed my men to get out peacefully. I greeted your man with a handshake and introduced myself.
He shook the police hand. Now mind you, he said that they got out, he instructed the men to get out the vehicles. They were all armed. And he shook the police hand. Now, if this was a radical group, an extremist group, I don't think the police is about to shake your hand and, you know, be so cool, calm, and collected.
I then asked for the sergeant or the shift supervisor, and I was given the sergeant. I then asked him what the probable cause was. He specified that he did not know. I have that on my body camera. You have that on your body camera. I also have on my body camera, whereas your officer asked us to give him information, and we did. Your sergeant, I believe his name is Matthew, what is his name? McDelvin? I believe his name is Matthew McDelvin, and I apologize for not remembering.
You apologize.
I'm trying to be respectful. Told me, personally, out of his own mouth, on camera, that as long as no laws have been violated, we are free to go. I then handed over to him, on camera, the United States Supreme Court case, which specifies, Younger versus the state of Hawaii, that merely bearing arms, which is what we're doing, constitutes no crime. So I'm asking you, what is your probable cause? Because I handed that information over to the sergeant. If you think that it is wrong information, please serve us a summons or a ticket so that way we can go to court and have a judge decide.
One thing I can say about Jamal, he definitely is interacting with the police in an intelligent tone, which is different from how I was interacting with the police. You know, I was definitely, you know, exercising my First Amendment, you know, my unalienable rights to freedom of speech. But at the same time, it just looks so bad on us or just on anyone for that matter. If the police violate you, but then you're saying X, Y, and Z, when it goes to court, and we already don't know how to handle our own legal affairs, so you're gonna have somebody else representing you. It's not gonna look in your favor, especially to someone who doesn't watch YouTube videos on the First Amendment or doesn't know the right, certain rights that we have or that they have. They're not gonna look at that like, oh yeah, he was just upset and he was just expressing himself. So definitely wanna just interact in more in an intelligent tone.
We do not intend to be hostile. We do not intend to be aggressive. We are not anti-government. We are not anti-police. We are not sovereign citizens. And we are not black identity extremists. For the record, we're located on I-95 North in the colony of Massachusetts, near mile marker 57.4. There's about 12, maybe more police vehicles in the front and to the rear. There's also police spikes. We have no intentions on fleeing. We have no intentions on being hostile. They've blocked off traffic since about 2, I think, in both directions. So if you can call for the local news media, that would help greatly. We have our flag present, so that way they know we're not trying to be hostile. So that way they know that we have a treaty with them. We've identified ourselves. We've handed them identification documents. I personally handed them federal laws specifying how the militia is exempt from certain restrictions. I've also notified them of the United States Code dealing with the right to peaceful journey and how we are well within our right to do this. I've also informed them of State versus Mobley, State versus Adams, State versus Robinson, that specifies that an unlawful arrest is an assault and battery.
No corpus delicti, no injured party, no damage to no one's property, and no breach of contract. So there's no crime that has been committed. There's no probable cause. They weren't pulled over, they were already stopped. He already presented the case law about being able to bear arms. And they're talking about a firearm, they're talking about a sidearm, they're talking about a weapon, a gun. All law specific, like it's being very specific. Why are they being pulled over? Why are the police even interacting with them? And if this is an extremist group that has, now mind you, they all have arms on them right now. 11 deep on the freeway. And he's corresponding with the police, shook his hand, giving them information, giving them certain case law. If this was an extremist group, I guarantee you it would have been shots fired by now.
I've also reassured them that we are trying to handle this peacefully. I've also reassured them that we're not anti-government, we're not anti-police, dehydrated. And we're willing to give them any information that they need so that way we can continue with our peaceful journey as authorized and permitted by the United States Code that was created by the Congress of the United States of America based on the Constitution for the United States of America, that they took an oath to support, uphold, and defend. I also was speaking to another gentleman who's a cop, and he specified how he was also a Marine. And he knows, just like I know, in order to be a Marine, you have to take an oath to support and defend the Constitution for the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic. So when any person goes against decisions made by the federal courts and Congress, they become a domestic enemy.
I'll only pause the video because I do want to give a quick disclaimer real quick. Just because you see a case law and it might be stare decisis, if you don't know how to handle your own legal affairs, don't just hop out there and just think you know what you're doing and try to enforce these things, because they're going to question you. And then there's going to be things that come after that. So if you can't stand on your square and defend yourself and represent yourself, then I wouldn't be trying to do anything that you see online on a YouTube or anything like that. Like, you really have to study.
Which is why State versus Mobley and State versus Robinson specify that an illegal arrest, meaning an arrest without probable cause, is the same as an assault and battery. It is also stated that the Second Amendment, being necessary for the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Young versus the state of Hawaii supports the Second Amendment, specifying that simply bearing arms constitutes no offense, meaning it is not a crime. So we're asking the state police of Massachusetts to give us information that they need from us for them to do their job, because we respect government, we respect laws, what information they need from us so that way we can just go to court, we all go home, and we can continue on our peaceful journey to our private land. They had notified me that their lieutenant was on the way. I'm eager to speak to him or her in a peaceful manner, as we have been. I'm willing to stay peaceful, but they're being hostile. So at the moment, they blocked both sides of the highway. There's vehicles approaching to the right, there's vehicles approaching to the rear, there's vehicles approaching to the front. And it sounds like there's armed men in the bushes threatening us. Don't point anything at them.
Violation of the Constitution.
What is your probable cause?
You don't have one. They are in violation of our rights.
I don't know if you can see this, but he's loading his gun right now.
These are 11 armed men in a militia on a highway. Now, mind you, we've seen people die for less. Candy bars, Skittles, you know what I'm saying, in their grandma's backyard with a cell phone, cigarettes. So we've seen men die for less, right? These are 11 armed men, military-style uniforms, you know, in their own militia. So why isn't the shots fired already? I'm trying to figure out. You know, I could pull up countless videos as innocent men sitting in their car, they wake up, the police shooting them up. No, these are 11 armed men. Why is no shots fired? Like, there's something different going on. Like, critical thinking. Like what's...
They turned their lights off. That's a vehicle right there, obviously. There's another vehicle right there.
Where's the lieutenant?
I'm not sure you heard that, but they put one in the chamber.
We are foreign nationals. You're in violation of the Constitution.
Yeah, they're loading up their firearms.
Loading up your firearms against foreign nationals?
They just went condition 1.
Condition 1 against
That means, if you don't know, that means there's one in the chamber.
Wow.
That means they're willing to kill us, and we haven't done anything.
Y'all have been very hostile. And that's a violation of the Constitution. Wow. Wow.
I want y'all to witness what happens live. We're not pointing our arms at them. We have our flag.
Look, he got his VZO'd on me. I see his sniper scope on me.
He's aiming at you?
I see his scope on me. It just blared in the light. Are you serious?
We've not pointed anything at you. Please do not point anything at us. We're trying to be very peaceful with you. Where is your lieutenant? So we may request an audience with him or her.
We have on video of you specifying that your lieutenant was on the way to speak to us, so that way we may continue on our peaceful journey.
watch out. Cars coming.
So now they're trying to surround us. They almost hit their own men.
Everyone remain calm.
Huh? You good? You safe? All right. We good? All right. Stay vigilant. All right? Stay vigilant. Keep looking around.
We have committed no crime. You stated no probable cause.
You all right? We good? We good? You sure?
This is a violation against the Treaty of Peace and Friendship
Alright, I'm here with my brothers.
between our country and the United States of America.
You're in violation of the Constitution of the United States of America. The same Constitution to which you swore an oath to protect. You're in violation of the Treaty of Peace and Friendship between our two nations.
Let me state that the treaty supersedes the Constitution, and no treaty, let me see, let's have a bet, friendly bet, gentleman's bet, whatever kind of bet you want to make. No, you can't pull up any treaty that applies to any black people, for a fact. Like, you can't say black people have this treaty, because the treaty that they're referring to is not for black people. It's dealing with nationality. So, anybody, can you post in the comments for me, please? Just edify me as well. I'm looking, I've been looking, high and low. Any treaties for any black people.
Once again, we request to speak to a ranking officer to defuse the situation peacefully.
I have a body camera. And it's recording. The whole time.
Be reminded again.
This militia right here is not in the auditing community. They're not into recording police. They're not into anything like that, right? But you see they have some similarities. They have the body cam, right? They're interacting with the police and they're recording their interaction, right? So there are similarities. And there's some things that we could probably take away from them as well. That's up to you to pick and choose what you want to take away, but just how people interact with the police, I think it should be in a more intelligent tone, because what result are you really trying to get, though? Like, I don't know. You just need to think about the end result. Like, if you hopping in this community and you want to do certain things and record, that's cool, but whatever you want to get out of it, though, like, because you might get locked up, so be ready for
That the entire situation has been recorded from beginning up until this point, and it's still being recorded. The eyes of this nation the eyes of God and all of us.
We're not pointing any arms at them. We've handed them federal laws as far as the United States Code and decisions made by federal judges to try to get them to de-escalate the situation, but they keep escalating the situation. Yeah, I know. Thank you. He said they're gonna get the lieutenant to talk to us. You have my phone number, so he can also call me, or she. Yes, the first gentleman. Quinn, wait. So I already gave you my phone number. The gentleman whose patrol vehicle is right here. Would you like me to give you his the vehicle number?
Give me your phone number, Chief.
Okay. Would you like for me to tell you my number?
So that's the end of that video right there. Leave some comments, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. 11 armed men on the highway, a militia arrested, standing on nationality and peaceful journey and stare decisis case law. Currently still locked up. Other charges been brought against them. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Like I said, I appreciate everybody. San Joaquin Valley Transparency, Nate Skate, you feel me? Direct D, Jay Surreal, Rice Crispy, all my boys out there, you feel me? Everybody. Thank y'all. Let's keep going up. Y'all like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned because I'm going to be back with another video. I'm definitely keep y'all updated. I got something in my sleeve just for y'all.
401 403 5176. Yes.
What do you want to be called, sir?
Jamal.